friends. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you all are having a great day wherever you are. And I hope now you're in your comfy spot and ready for a new book. So today we're going to be reading Toe Shoe Mouse, which takes us to a ballet theater and is a great story, a little adventure for this little mouse. So let's get started. This story is by Carr. I will not go into the disturbing details of how I arrived at the ballet. I will say only that it involves a cat with glittering teeth and cruel claws and a chase through the sewers of the city. I escaped through a hole that was much too small for a cat. That's good. That means the cat could follow him. It's good to be a mouse sometimes. Get to those small spaces. And that is how I found myself inside a very old and very grand theater. I climbed up to a plush velvet seat and spied a stage where people were moving to music. The music made me want to move too. So there on my velvet stage, I did my own little mouse dance, and I realized I'd like to stay here. Suddenly, the music stopped. "Take your places," called a voice. Good idea, I thought. I set to work. Look at this theater. Now, I don't know about you friends, but I have never had the opportunity to go to a theater this beautiful. Maybe I will someday. Maybe you will someday. This theater is so pretty. I gnawed a cozy nest for myself in the soft velvet of the seat, so he's getting comfy. But I had barely settled in when I was startled by the arrival of a gentleman who thought the seat was his. I dashed toward the stage. Immediately, a mob of people began chasing me. For a little mouse, that would be very scary. If all these big people started chasing you. Eek! They had big, heavy boots, and oh no, sharp, flashing swords. I ran up steps, under doors, until I found myself in a safe, quiet room. Look at those soldiers chasing him. They take trespassers in their theater very seriously. Tucked in a corner was a small satin crevice. It was just the right size for hiding and was padded with a soft bed of lamb's wool. Calmed by the animal scent of the wool, I fell into a fitful sleep, dreaming of sword fights and soldiers. Why do you think he was dreaming about that? We tend to dream about things that we saw recently or experienced recently, don't we? When I awoke, someone was in the room. A young woman I recognized from the stage. She stretched one leg high above her. How did she do that? I most definitely cannot do that. Celeste, someone called. Even her name was graceful. The young woman left, and I slipped out after her to look for food. I was happy to find a few tasty tidbits and decided to bring some back for Celeste. That's so nice. Wanting to share. Because I was curious to see if she'd like them, I hid again in the snug satin pocket. But in the morning, Celeste didn't eat a thing. Maybe she didn't like my choices. That night, I collected even tastier bits. But Celeste looked more puzzled than pleased. So she's puzzled. She's confused. Who is leaving me these little snacks? I love this mouse poking out of her ballet slippers. The next time I set out, I came nose to toe with the custodian. To escape the slam of his broom, I slipped under a door. There I discovered spools of rickrack and braid. I snipped a strand with my teeth, brought it back, and arranged it artfully for Celeste. So he's like, maybe she doesn't like snacks, but she might like this. Came up with a different idea of something he could give her. It's so nice. When she discovered it, Celeste swung a leg back and forth, loose-limbed and happy. The next night, I brought her a curl of ribbon, and the night after that, a circlet of sequins. I could tell that she liked them, her long legs scissored and stretched. Ballerinas are just so graceful looking, aren't they? So pretty. I love the little outfits and dresses they get to wear. But suddenly Celeste swooped over, her nose grazing mine. My instincts shouted, "Run!" So I tore out the door. As I skittered down the steps, the custodian spotted me. He chased me to the tiny hole in the basement, and I squeezed through just in time, leaving the theater behind. Oh no. He loves the theater. I hope he gets to go back. I will not dwell on what happened in the dark underground passages. I will only say that it involved a pack of ruthless rats. I hid from them, my heart pounding, and thought longingly of the ballet. I hummed a snippet of music I remembered, and my tail began to sway. Oh no, the rats spotted it. They chased me down gullies, up gutters, and back through the hole that was too small, even for a rat. So he keeps finding these ways around these bigger critters, which is very good for him. Those rats even look so much bigger than him. He's a little mouse. Exhausted, I headed for my pink satin bed. But it wasn't there. In its place was a cookie shaped like a mouse. I nibbled at its crumbly sweetness. Had Celeste left it for me? When I looked up, there was Celeste, crouched down and staring at me. Would she screech? Take a broom to me? Chase me away forever? Thank you for the presents, she said. Why did you run away? Oh. No, she's leaving him presents. Celeste gave me a name, Tendu, but you can call me Stretch. She also tied a sash around me so everyone would know I'm her pet. Now, every day, I listen to music with my fantastic, elastic friend. And with my new friend in my new home, I dance. Oh, look at them dancing together. So great. I love that they got together. Celeste wasn't afraid of him, and she got a new pet. He got a friend, and it all ends very, very happy. He gets to live in this place away from things that may want to hurt him or scare him, and it's just so great. Such a happy ending. I love when two friends come together and can stick it out and stay together. So this is such a great story to me. I hope you enjoyed it with me today too, and I love our little stories together. I will see you next time for another reading. Bye, friends.